Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Vikings are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Cardinals, who will need to find a way to move the football.
It's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. A scoreless game here early on, but how much longer will that hold up as we've got action in the red zone on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Mitch Trubisky leading the charge offensively. They'll run here. It's Murray. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize it. I think you juice them up because I haven't been offensive.
So time becoming an issue here late in this first half of action as we get back down to the field. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there. On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Bridgewater, and he'll find Thielen on the right side. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't.
A third down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into 4th. On third down, Bridgewater. And the third down pass falls incomplete. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Here's Bridgewater going with a screen for Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. This defense holding on to a slim 3-point lead here in the 4th. They need to hold on and hopefully yield no more than a field goal. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
He'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Emerson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
To Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Folk's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So we have a red zone alert. Tie game, fourth quarter. Very likely a deciding moment in this contest. They try the left side with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Bridgewater to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. 2nd and goal from the 5. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He's back to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
This defense looking to preserve the tie and try to keep this offense out of field goal range here late. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Kendricks. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
All right, here we go.
third down. Johnson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up winners. Trevor Siemian, nearly 300 passing yards to lead his crew.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this one is right through. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Vikings, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Vikings going up against the Giants.
And yes, Larry, white stuff is on the ground and in the air. 3 inches fell overnight, and we expect more as this game wears on. Should be interesting here at MetLife Stadium, just outside of New York City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. On third down, Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain. It's a scoreless game right now in the first quarter, but that might be about to change. This offense has it in the red zone.
Let's go.
Again, it's Murray. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
To throw is Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing then his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Potential trouble looming for this defense. They'll need to stiffen here as they face a 1st and goal on their 7-yard line. They'll run. It's Vereen. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The numbers from a week ago for Vereen. 25 carries, 74 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. On the run, here's Vereen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Now Manning throwing on second down. Open man right side is Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Manning going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first down here. So that last play moves this offense into the red zone. However, they are faced with the prospect of a fourth down situation. On third down, it's Murray. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bridgewater now. And this one's incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We're sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. From the gun on third down, Manning. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? On third down. It's Murray, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, first and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a...
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it?
It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. To throw, Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough?
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Now Manning, gotta have this one. And this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take it. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. On third down, it's Murray fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's good. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This will be caught at about the 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And here we go on first and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on this. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. Bridgewater. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. On third and 1, here's Bridgewater. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break teams.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he locates Wheaton complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 on the play. It's a 2-score game in the 4th quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs a football. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Cook following the penalty. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot. By the way, into the 4th quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders have widened their lead even further. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes in the W. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Minnesota, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.